Hey everybody, and welcome back. This is weird. I can't
Why?
do this.
Why is it weird?
Fucking weird. I'm not used to this.
Dude, it's not that hard. Okay.
You go.
Anyways,
Go.
welcome in everyone for episode 93, Squirrels in the Fast Lane. We your host, I'm Jason.
I am Ray. I'm back in this now.
And this is not our normal home. And that's okay. This is the trailer court.
Yeah, this is my house.
It is the home of some of the greatest athletes. Bobby Boucher, Ricky Bobby, and
I want to go fast.
Uncle Rico.
Uncle Rico.
Yeah, I'm probably missing several great athletes. But yeah,
I'm gonna throw a football over the mountain.
This episode is all about racing. I'm going to talk about some of the stuff that has nothing to do with auto racing.
Our engines are roaring, and our stories are racing through time. I don't
know. So racing has been a part of our history for thousands of years. The first races were believed to have been chariot races back in 3000 BC in ancient Egypt with chariots, obviously. Yeah, because you can't race chariot races without chariots. And organized foot racing was not really no one really believes that it happened for about another 1,000 years after that.
The Olympics.
Well, I mean your original Olympics, but that was like almost. I mean that was more than 1,000 years after that.
Yeah.
But yeah. I mean, racing is it's something that has been around forever.
I mean, if you think about it, caveman probably did it because
true.
They had to run faster than their friend because the saber-toothed tiger was chasing them. So
you've watched the Croods too many times. So people have raced horses, cars, boats, dogs, birds, planes. Basically, if it moves, humans have tried to race it. Today, racing has many different forms. Races are competed everywhere from on your local playground or in your local gymnasium to high school fields, collegiate fields, professional and Olympic. On the dirt, on the track, in the water, ice, or sky. And some of the different types of athletic racing include skiing, skating, swimming, running, hurdles, and there's various others, and some of those we will get into. There are also competitions involving animals. Those usually include horse racing, greyhound racing, pigeon racing, and more.
I heard of pigeon racing.
Yep, I have. So I have retired racing pigeons, and I will get into that a little bit later.
Aren't they called homing pigeons?
I mean, it depends on the breed.
Yeah.
Homing pigeon. I mean, yes and no. Homing pigeon is kind of a general term given.
It's like a broad,
but it's also a breed, kind of. But yeah. So first thing we're going to do is get into some race-related snacks. So when you go to a racetrack, and I don't know if you've ever been, I've been to a couple NASCAR races. I've been to some drag races. We went down to Abilene, Kansas, where the Greyhound Hall of Fame is. So I've seen a bunch of different races. I've been to the VFW when they've had their rat races.
Rat races?
Uh-huh. Yep.
What?
Race them down the track.
What?
They put money on it. I mean,
holy
allegedly
shit.
They do.
Bro, I want to do some rat racing.
But yeah.
Cockroach racing.
So just watch the wall, everybody.
Yeah, just watch the wall. We might find one.
Just kidding. Okay, so first thing we got is these Lionel Legals. Pronounce that?
We would have figured out how to pronounce this by the second take.
This is the first take, everybody. Anyways, this is Lakeside Cherry, and I mean, I just thought people like beer at sporting events, so...
Bro, it smells so good.
It smells like cherry pie.
It tastes like cherry pie.
That's pretty good.
It's like a cherry soda, really.
We can sip on that while we try some other stuff. We have this jalapeno butter,
Oh,
just the right heat.
oh, look at
Jolly Time popcorn. And this is actually a new product.
that. Mmm.
So,
Oh,
is it pretty bad?
yeah, it'll get you sometimes. I tried it when it was out of the microwave. It wasn't that bad, but
Yeah.
damn,
You
I
remember
must have had a piece with
you
a
remember
lot
the
of
Ghost
seasoning.
Pepper and Reaper popcorn we had?
Bro, that was hell.
Oh, dude.
Mm.
That's good.
It was just good.
Mm-hmm.
It tastes like a jalapeno popper.
Yeah.
That's what it tastes like.
Mm-hmm. I like it.
I kind of want to cover this in cheese. Make some nachos out of it. Oh, nacho popcorn.
Speaking of nachos,
No fucking way.
I
That's
have cotton
cotton
candy
candy.
that has nothing to do with nachos.
That's not nachos.
Okay. So, everyone around Kansas City has probably seen these Mama Lupe's. And yeah, they make pretty good chips. They are out of Mound Ridge, Kansas, and their phone number
There's a phone number?
is
For
on the
real?
bag, but I'm not going to give it to
Oh.
you. Okay,
Everybody from like
but
Europe.
grab your
calls it
bag or your
bowl.
bowl, your bowl, whatever.
I'll grab
Okay.
my bowl.
So, nachos you can't
wrong bowl.
have without cheese. And I found this Mrs. Renfro's Chipotle Nacho Cheese Dip that is pretty good looking. I elected not to get the oh wow, nice little pop there. I elected not to get the ghost pepper one. By the way-
didn't want it to burn from the other end.
Yeah. Look. I got too much to do this weekend.
Yeah, it's
Shh. It's not. It's not. This is
what?
nothing.
Why can't we tell them?
Whatever.
It's almost Easter weekend.
Yeah.
So
But for those of you, I'll shit. I got it on my shirt.
it's okay, you can't see it on camera. Oh yeah, you can.
Yeah, you can. It puts the lotion on.
It puts the cheese on the shirt.
Here.
Yeah, I just pour them there.
Put them on yours. I want my own fucking chips.
Oh, what the fuck? It's like I want my own chips.
All right. Yep, we're going to munch. You're going to hear us crunch all episode.
Oh, that is so good.
Mm-hmm.
Mrs. Renfro's?
Dude, probably should heat it up, but still, like...
No, yeah, heating that up would have been fire.
Mm-hmm. So do you want to start off with your stuff, or do you want me to talk about...
What do you want to do? You want to merge? Merge into the fast lane? Okay, we're merging into the fast lane for a quick but thrilling ride through the, history of car racing. So,
It all started when Dom Toretto... No.
it's all about the family. Okay. So, started in the 19th century, in its early years, car racing began long before like pit crews and sponsorships, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
In 1887, the first organized race in Paris had just one driver, and his name was Georges Boutin, I want to say.
Is it really a race if there's just one of you?
It was kind of like they like timed him.
It was like a
Basically.
demonstration.
Yeah, they wanted to see like how fast and reliable the performance would be. So not really, intense. Just kind of, wow, cool. It was cool for them.
Wow.
I mean, at the time, 1887, people were like, "What the fuck is? Who's driving the car? What the hell's a car?"
Yabba dabba doo.
Let's see. By 1894, things heated up with the Paris Rouen race covering 126 kilometers with actual competitors and prize money. So a little more competitive. They got a little more edge in their blood there. So, and then in 1895, United States got into it. We had a Thanksgiving Day race from Chicago to Evanston, Illinois, and back. So they went from Chicago to Evanston and then back to Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
And then the winner of that one was Frank Duryea or Dury. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but
your facts.
And he drove a car that he built himself. So pretty cool. I mean, like just to have like a car that you just like build yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're like, yeah, I'm gonna drive this, and we're gonna like
the first soapbox derby.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. All right, fast forward to 1906. The first official Grand Prix in Le Mans marked the start of the racing. Le Mans is in France.
Uh-huh.
So that's basically how like they're like, okay, we're organizing the race and we're like doing this as a competition now, and it's kind of like a sport.
Sorry, I just totally had cheese on my face and just used the camera as a mirror, like like a damn Neanderthal.
God. Oh, that's funny. Okay, in 1911, the legendary Indianapolis 500 was born.
Mm-hmm.
Ray Horan won using a rear view mirror instead of a riding mechanic. Innovation was already in the driver's seat. It's pretty cool. Mm-hmm. So he had like that little advantage where he didn't have to have another person. So he kind of got that like lighter weight because he was just using a mirror.
So they had a ride-in mechanic.
Yeah,
like
so
what
they
do, like top off gas and stuff while you're driving, and
right. So a riding mechanic basically did like fix your car. So, like, I mean, back then cars weren't super reliable. They weren't like performing 100% all the time.
Well, and they also probably weren't.
And it's not like they knew everything about it. So they're like, "Oh, the car died. Oh, okay. Let's get the guy out here." Instead of like waiting on AAA, you just open the door for your friend. He's like, "Okay, let me fix it, Jim."
Back then, it was probably like AAA.
Hey. All right. Let's shift gears into NASCAR. Founded in 1948 by Bill Francis Sr. in Daytona Beach, NASCAR's roots are anything but ordinary. Okay, so during Prohibition, bootleggers had modified their cars to outrun the law.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they would like eventually they legalized liquor, so Prohibition is no longer here. No need for these guys to run hooch everywhere. So, okay, but they're like, well, I still have a really fast car. Like, what do we do with it? They're like, I don't know, let's start racing. So that's exactly what they did. I mean, the thrill of the car driving super fast. I mean, they loved it.
32 miles an hour.
Boom, NASCAR was born. And in its early days, races were run right on the beach of Daytona. So they were just driving around in the sand. Crazy. And the cars, they were literally stock cars, so they didn't have any modifications allowed. But competition breeds change. In 1969, the Dodge Daytona was actually so aerodynamic that NASCAR had to ban it. So they were like, dude, your car's too fast. Like, and if you don't know what the Dodge Daytona looks like, think about the little blue car from the movie Cars. Remember that guy?
Yep.
The older one?
Mm-hmm.
That's him. That's a Dodge Daytona. or yeah. That's the best way I can describe it. All right. The Coca-Cola 600 remains NASCAR's longest race at 600 miles, and the sport has grown to include international series in Canada and Mexico. So we're like all over the place now.
Yeah. I mean, they did European a couple of years ago, didn't they?
Yeah. Yeah, they did a lot. I think they did races in Germany.
Could you imagine the logistics of trying to get cars over there?
It's just like, well, I mean, it's just hauling them over on planes, but
yeah.
Or you gotta bring on.
Dude, but you got to bring all of your equipment. You got to bring your team. you got to bring all your backup parts.
And then you're like, I forgot the drill. Like, motherfucker! God damn it, Jim! We told you to pack that shit. That's funny.
You forget your socket set, and all they have is metric there.
You're like, what the fuck? You're like, no. I need a 10 millimeter. They're like, we don't have that here. How many times do you lose the 10 millimeter? Seriously, like I have like 4 different socket sets that have like no 10 millimeter. I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? How?
All right.
Okay. So NASCAR actually is a sport. So nowadays the cars they travel like 200 and some miles an hour. So that's super fast. I mean, you're sweating. It's intense. You literally have to focus on the road like all the time. You can't blink.
Can't
really.
be on your cell phone.
No, you definitely can't be texting and driving in NASCAR. No. But
hey, Mom, what's for dinner?
Hey, Mom, what's for? Oh shit, left turn. Fuck.
That's all it is left turns, right?
Like, damn it, I dropped my phone in between the seats and the fucking console.
Yeah.
It's the worst. No, drivers actually lose up to 10 pounds in a single race just from the heat alone.
Do you think they poop themselves?
No, I don't think
you don't think they do?
Dude, they go before.
Yeah, dude.
They go before and they're like, well, I guess they probably pee in their suits. I mean, if you think about it.
Let's ask Google. Do NASCAR drivers poop? There we go. There we go. While it's a common question, there's no definitive answer as to whether NASCAR drivers poop their suits. Some drivers may have relieved themselves during a race due to a full bladder, but pooping during a race is unlikely due to the combination of physical exertion, the suit design, and the lack of privacy. Someone definitely has shit their suit. Alright, keep going. Do these lights make us look jaundicey?
I don't know, but I left my fucking water over there again.
That's okay.
Anyways.
I got more beer if you need another one.
Oh, talk about NASCAR. Bearing it up.
All right, go ahead.
All right, let's move global. Let's talk about the
F1
24 hours of Le Mans. So that race.
That.
There's a 24-hour race that they hold in Le Mans, France, and that started off in 1923.
Do they get breaks or is it constant?
Right, it's like an endurance race. So like, how far can your car go? How long can it go?
Mm-hmm.
But in 1955, a horrific crash claimed 83 lives, which led to sweeping safety reforms in the motorsport, like all together. So like NASCAR, all of it.
Mm-hmm.
They were like, yeah, we need to have like a fence or something.
I mean, what they expect? The people were driving for 24 hours, man.
Yeah. Yeah. In 1950, the Formula One
Mhm.
launched its first world championship at Silverstone. Giuseppe Farina won for Alfa Romeo. So that's like the car he was driving.
Yeah, I've got like 4 of them. Go ahead.
Setting the stage for decades of iconic rivalries and engineering wizardry. Formula One's pretty cool. They have a lot of like faster cars. Now they have a Formula E, which started in 2014, and that's for electric cars only. So like they're full electric,
Mm-hmm.
battery powered, all that stuff. It's pretty cool to see like all of this come to like from the very beginning, like all the way to like the future now.
Mm-hmm.
So, well,
Next thing you know, cars will be AI controlled.
yeah.
I don't know. I've got teeth all over my microphone. I got it now.
I think it's crazy that the drivers can lose for like 5 to 10 pounds of just water weight.
Dude, you gotta think professional athletes, if they need to lose weight, can do it in hours. I mean,
Yeah.
in hours.
Well,
I
they
mean,
lose it like during a race.
Mhm.
Like, how long is a race usually?
I don't know.
45 minutes.
I mean, depends on the race. How many laps they gotta go?
Yeah.
How many miles? All right. What else you got?
That's about it.
That's about it.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you had a ton.
I mean,
So okay, here.
that was it summed up.
So this is from hotcars.com, and this is 25 of the weirdest racing sports from around the world. And there is some weird ones. There's a thing called the Blind Man Car Rally, and this event is hosted in over 20
What?
Indian cities since its inception in 2006. And so the drivers are visually impaired, but must guide their pilot using a guidebook written in Braille.
What the fuck?
Mm-hmm. That sounds like a disaster, dude. And so this is kind of like professional rally where co-drivers
So he's just
are
like,
in the car with them.
turn left, turn left. We can't. It's a building. Fuck. Okay. Turn left now.
Mhm. So yeah, it sounds like a complete clusterfuck.
That's crazy.
Lawnmower racing is a thing and has been since 1968.
Oh yeah.
In actually, and of all places, get this, it started in West Sussex in the United Kingdom rather than in the United States. I totally thought this would be something that would be like found in the United States, but it is popular in the United States, especially southern states, Missouri and New Mexico.
Hmm.
There is a type of racing called pig and Ford racing.
What?
Listen to this. At the firing of a starter pistol, drivers must start a Ford Model T from the early 1900s with a hand crank, then grab and lift a 20-pound live pig from a bin on the side of the circuit's front straight before completing a lap, at which point they can take the pig out and grab another. This must be done without the animal escaping the vehicles. The first person to complete 3 laps with 3 different pigs as passengers is the winner. Like, who takes time to come up with this stuff? School bus racing is a thing. I could see that being. I mean, yeah. There is hearse racing. Stadium super truck racing. Kind of looks like monster truck racing. There's a 24-hour Le Mans like you. There is Formula Off-Road. And that is kind of began in Iceland. And that is where people literally take souped up cars and race off roads and all sorts of weather and terrain. Swamp buggy races are drag races in kind of a swampy area, and what they do is they put swamp paddles on the back of the car and they race them. Superkart racing, which is like souped up little miniature go-karts. Looks like it's death waiting to happen. And I don't know, that's kind of about snowmobile crossing. Okay, so snowmobile crossing is actually pretty interesting. People get on snowmobiles in warm climates and they skim around across 300 feet of water to see who can make it the furthest.
That's crazy. So another fact I want to mention was women in NASCAR. So everybody knows about Danica Patrick.
Hold on.
Wait.
I was in the middle of my list.
I thought you were done.
No. Trailer racing is where cars or trucks are pulling hollowed out like campers behind them. And yeah, that's about it on that list.
That's crazy.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, so everybody knows about Danica Patrick.
Mm-hmm.
She's one of the women of NASCAR.
She's retired now, isn't she?
I think so. In 1949, though, Sarah Christian was the first woman to race in NASCAR, and she competed in its inaugural season in 1949. So I think that's kind of cool. That's like, after the war, they were kind of, letting women participate in more things. Mm-hmm. Like, I mean, they were in the baseball, so they kind of they took advantage of that momentum. Because, I mean, once the war happened, World War II, I mean, there was nothing left over here. Because all the athletes went to fight overseas. So that's what it was, basically. So I think it's kind of cool.
Yeah. So this article comes from Race ID, and this is the top 10 craziest races from around the world. So there is a race called the Innov 8 Descent Race, and this is in Austria.
Innovate?
Oh, yeah. Fuck. Well, I was thinking, like, because it's in Austria, it'd be in, like, a different language or something like that, and I didn't even think about that. So this is described as, and I'm reading this kind of as it's worded here, described as a blood-curdling and insane and a course that is a mere 700 meters long. Throw in an 80% slope, and you have quite frankly a lethal race.
Oh.
Tackled in a team of two, one climbs and one descends. Whether running down it or grafting a way up it, the slope is unbelievably grueling. It demands bravery and overall strength. Dude, that sounds that's insane. A hell of a, yeah. There is the World Bog Snorkeling Championship in Wales, and this is a race that each year brings hundreds of participants from across the globe to swim 2 lengths of a trench in a bog. They must do so without using a recognizable swimming stroke, powered only by flippers. Jeez. There is the Gloucestershire cheese rolling in England. Have you ever seen that?
I've seen that.
It's a bunch of idiots at the top of a hill, and they're
just like,
yeah. Okay, so
here comes my Parmesan.
Yeah, it usually ends up with people like getting bones broken, sprains, like people have died, I think.
Fucking-
But basically, okay, the only safety is a set of burly rugby players catching participants as they hurtle down the slope. So that means if you start falling, they'll catch you. So what they do is they let this wheel of cheese go, and everyone chases it. And basically, all you get if you catch the wheel of cheese is the fucking cheese.
Mm.
It's all covered in dirt and everything else.
I mean, honestly, you could just shave all that off.
Mhm. So there is a wife carrying world championship in Finland, and that is a 253.5 meter race where basically it's a sandy track that has 3 obstacles, but you have to carry your wife the whole time.
Does it have to be your wife, or can you get a sub?
It says wives must weigh more than 49 kilograms.
What is that in pounds?
I don't know. Look it up. And if your wife does not weigh that, she has to put on a weighted bag.
A weighted bag?
Mm-hmm.
Like a vest?
Yep.
What? Okay,
So look it up.
Kilograms.
49 kilograms, 2 pounds.
Oh my god, I keep burping.
It's a bear. The bear.
It's the bear. Okay, 49.
Come on, man.
My phone is slow.
Is
It's
your phone
108 pounds. That's it?
Yeah, but dude, could you carry that for...
Bro, I could carry like 172 pounds.
Okay, but look this up.
How far?
253.5 meters. But there's also obstacles. It's a sandy track. So you got to run on sand. First of all, I mean, I don't know how many times you've ran on sand, but
Meters?
yep,
200 and what?
53.5 meters. So that's somewhere right around 700 and...
That's 277 yards.
Okay. Look it up in feet.
831
Oops,
feet.
damn it, cat. All right, well, there went half our lighting because of
Asshole.
stupid cat.
She's like,
God damn it. All right.
fucking bitch.
Anyways, hey.
Oh.
This is a family-friendly show.
No, it's not. My cat is an asshole, and she knocked over our lights, and now she's just on the floor sniffing it.
Okay,
It's
so...
a light, you dumbass.
Anyways, how many feet is that?
It's 831 feet. I could still do that. That's not that. That doesn't seem like that much.
Have you seen the people that try to run, like, a lap around a track with a 50-pound weighted vest, and they struggle?
Yeah, well, they're not athletes. I could fucking do this. No fucking problem.
All right. I'm finding someone that's about 100 pounds and seeing how far you can run across sand with obstacles.
Okay.
And this will be on a future episode.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm. That's probably in the hot sun.
I better start training.
Yeah, because you done spraying your mouth. There's the man versus horse race in Wales. And
I just threw the chip at the cat. She's like, what the fuck is this?
okay, so the horse traditionally wins this race, although there have been a few notable wins by humans. But basically, people get drunk and think that they can beat a horse in a race. Trying to think what else there is. I don't know. There's some different ones. Oh, there's a zombie run in England.
Oh, what?
Described as an immersive 5K or 10K live-action survival training experience.
It's like straight up Shaun of the
Participants
Dead.
must evade zombies as they complete the course. With 3 lives represented as flags attached to waist belts, runners must complete the obstacle course and arrive at the safe zone with at least 1 life remaining. That sounds actually cool.
That's kind of cool. Yeah, I would fucking do that.
Dude, I wonder if we could get something like that going here in Lawrence with the 5Ks and stuff.
Well, they have the zombie walk, right?
Yeah, but that's different.
Yeah, but still zombies. Get away from the light.
Okay. So, also, a different type of racing that no one thinks about. Competition eating is considered racing.
What?
Yes, because you're racing to see either how fast you can eat something or how much of something you can eat in a designated time.
I feel like everything else was athletic.
Dude, it takes a lot of training to
eat.
To eat, dude.
I don't know. I think I could do it.
I mean, here, let's see. Joey Chestnut record. Okay.
Joey Chestnut.
Maybe you can. I don't know. He took down 83 wieners in 10 minutes. I'm sure you can beat that.
No. No. Don't even.
That's
No.
just a Friday night in college for you.
Oh my god. God damn it.
So, we're going to talk about different types of racing now. So, athletic racing is anything that just usually involves, like, the human body. And that usually involves running, which is cross-country running, fell running, I don't know what that is, road running, track running, which is usually, track and field, and trail running. And then there's also a thing called race walking, where they like speed walk for super long distances. It's the most boring event at a track and field event.
Were they like...
Yeah. So Billy used to do my little brother used to do summer track events, and these people would do these like walk events.
You're like, why are they fucking walking?
They'd like speed walk, and like they really get them hips moving.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. Orienteering. Are you familiar with that?
No.
So orienteering is a type of racing that combines navigation with a specific method of travel. And sometimes it's just on foot, and you use a map and compass while running across unfamiliar terrain along a course or control points.
It's like the Amazing Race.
These are coming from Wikipedia, yeah, and it's kind of like geocaching and stuff like that. There's people that have done this using radio directions. There is mountain bike orienteering. So you're on a mountain bike. There's ski. There's canoe too.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Another type of racing that everyone doesn't really think of when they think of racing is rock climbing. They have competition rock climbing.
They have races on that too.
Yep. I wouldn't want to.
Oh, that's true. That. Yeah, they have the buttons, like the buzzers at the top, where you like race up and then you hit the buzzer.
One of the most physically grueling types of racing is swimming, and there's butterfly freestyle, 100-meter relay, like all sorts of stuff with that.
They have the endurance swimming too, where it's like in the Olympics, where they like just have to swim in the sea, and they literally swim from like coast to coast.
Yeah, it's like to an island or something.
Yeah, they swim to an island
or a boat or something.
I don't remember.
It depends on where the Olympics are.
Yeah.
There's also board racing, which usually is like there's longboard and sandboarding. Then there's skateboard racing, and then there's also street luge. I don't know if you're familiar with that.
Street luge.
Yeah, you know what a luge is, right?
A luge is what is that? Where they have like the?
It's like similar to skeleton. There's like you're like in
you're in a box, right?
So street luge is where you're like laying on this board, and you're basically going headfirst down a hill. Fuck. And you like basically tilt your body Well, I don't know. I can't
You're
remember.
like-
I can't remember if it's head first or you're laying on your back, but you basically tilt your body to angle your racing. There's also types of cycle racing. There's BMX, there's mountain bike, and then there's track and
I
road
think
style
I've
racing.
seen the luge where they hold the board and they have to like lean and they'll like push their feet like side to side to like try to like move.
Mom, kids being a JoJo.
Cat's being an asshole.
There's also a whole bunch of winter racing that involves usually skis, sleds,
Oh yes, snowboard.
snowboards, stuff like that. Bobsled's one of them. There's also ice luge or sledding luge and skeleton.
Yeah. Oh, that's the one that I've seen where somebody like flew off the fucking track.
Yep.
Because like he went so fast.
Didn't
he
somebody
literally,
die
like,
at the Olympics like, I don't know, like 10, 12 years ago
Yes.
during that?
Yes, it was during one of the bobsled racing, I think.
So here is some of the unique. This is where it kind of gets unique. So there is several different types of animal racing, and I'm not really all for animal racing, like forcing animals to do it, especially when there is a lot of human
Right, I don't
weight
wanna-
on 'em.
I don't want to be like, well, this horse needs to race, so we're gonna shoot it.
So
Like,
yeah,
go to the glue factory.
so there is bull racing or buffalo racing.
Oh, that's crazy.
In Kerala, I don't know where the hell that is. There is camel racing over, and I've seen pictures of that, like over in the Middle East. Greyhound racing, it's died down, but it used to be very popular.
There's a lot of rescues from those.
There is, and as I mentioned before, there is the Greyhound Hall of Fame that is in Abilene, Kansas.
A lot of those dogs get retired early
Mhm.
now too, because they're
Yeah.
like can't have them for that long.
There are several different types of horse racing. There is, and it falls under the category of equestrianism. And there's chariot racing that is still done in some countries today.
What?
There is trotting. I'm not sure what that is.
That's where they do like the little.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
I know, but as
and
far
they
as
have
like
to like
the
jump over the obstacles.
yeah, and then there's steeplechase, and then I don't know, and then there's your regular horse racing. Seabiscuit.
I think it's raining.
Yeah, it's all right. My windows are up. Then
Can we hear it? Wait. You can hear it on the.
yeah, that's all right.
I wonder if our mics will pick it up.
I don't know. So this is where it kind of gets weird. There is lobster racing.
What?
There is snail racing, turtle racing, and then there is zebra racing. There's also
zebra racing.
pig racing. Yes. And then there is also there is a different type of dog racing, and that is dog sled racing. And the most famous dog sled race is the Iditarod, which is up in Alaska.
Right. I remember watching a movie about that.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was a Disney movie.
I mean, there's been several.
Oh yeah.
There's been 8 Below, right?
What's the
And
one
then
with
there's
the
been Balto,
Balto? That's what I was
Yeah.
thinking of.
and then there's like I don't know, there's a couple others. But yeah, and then there is also pigeon racing, and so the way that it has been described to me is pigeons are trained to come back to their location,
Right.
and so there are a couple different types of pigeon races, from what I understand. There is a pigeon race where you and several other pigeon owners drop off the pigeons to a truck driver,
Yeah.
and they take them to a long ways away.
Yeah, they
Say
usually
they-
take them further
well,
south, right?
Say they or north or whichever. So
Okay.
let's say that they take them down to Texas-Oklahoma border.
Yeah.
And you'll have people from Colorado, from Missouri, from Illinois, and all over, maybe Nebraska, Kansas, Iowa, and everyone meets up with this truck driver. They pick up all these birds and they put them in this specialized trailer.
Yeah.
And then they will drive to a certain location where they're told to drive, and then they will pull a cord of some sort, and it drops the side of the trailer.
Yeah, and it just lets them.
And it lets them all out. And they fly back home, and they use sun spotting, geomagnetics, stars, shadows, all that. And there's other things that they've suggested that pigeons use.
Yeah, they're really smart. They know how to.
Mhm.
They actually know how to find their way home.
Yeah. And so there is a pad that is on the opening to the loft that they're kept in, and as they cross that, they it kind of takes note. And I don't know exactly how it works, but apparently there's some sort of formula based off of that.
I think it records like the time.
Yeah.
Like how long. It
Well,
took.
it's based off of the distance away from the
Right.
drop location and how long it takes to get it there and stuff like that. And there's that, and then there's also a thing called one loft racing, and that is basically where you breed your pigeons, and then when they are of age to be released, when they're done being when they're ready to be weaned from their mom, or from their parents, then they you pass them off
They're
to
like, son, you're 18 now. Get the
well,
fuck
yeah.
out."
Basically, you pay someone to house and take care of your birds, and they are tagged or microchipped or however. And I don't know if there's microchips in the bands that they put on them or what, but when they fly across the pad on the way in, that's how because it's all, they know whose pigeon is whose, basically.
That's cool.
So
So what happens if a pigeon goes to like another house and is like, "Nah, I'd rather be here than at
So
my
sometimes
place."
that happens. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes
They're like, "Hey, you're not my bird."
so sometimes people will put like attractive, like big male birds in their flocks, and they will use them to basically steal
Attract females.
They will steal females from other flocks, and you can actually, I believe, you can actually get points for that.
Oh, it's crazy.
Slutty
ass birds.
Yeah, I know. So, okay. So races are usually between about 60 miles, anywhere from 60 miles to like hundreds of miles. And yeah, it's kind of all over the place. Okay, yeah, here. The traditional timing method involves rubber rings being placed onto a specially designed clock, where a newer development uses RDIF tags to record arrival time. And yeah. Pigeon racing may go back to as far as 220 AD. So it's been around for
Dang.
quite a while.
People and birds. We're connected. I like birds. Birds are nice.
Yeah, for the most part.
Until I throw my grass seed out, and then they're like, "Oh, what do you got down there?" And I'm like, "Not food for
You're
you."
supposed to rake it in.
I do, but they fucking go down there and dig out the loose shit. They're like,
Mm-hmm.
it's like they see me. They'll
So-
see me throwing it down, and then they're like up there in the trees, like,
So we're going to talk about some of the other motorized racing. There
Yeah.
is air racing.
motorcycle racing too.
No, hold on. There's
Oh.
air racing. Have you ever seen that?
No, like planes.
Well,
like-
yeah. It's they have it on
They have drone racing now too.
so they do have drone racing.
yeah.
But they also have those Red Bull races where they fly
Oh,
and race
where they're,
through.
like-
They have those
they
like
run them off the ramps and they like have to glide or whatever.
no, these are like speed planes, and they fly them through loops,
Oh,
And,
what the fuck? I want to see video of this.
It's Red Bull. Look it up, dude.
Okay, I definitely
Not
wanna
right
see
now. It's a second.
Well,
but
come
yeah.
on.
There's also stuff like I mean, as we mentioned, lawnmower racing. There is motorcycle racing.
Yeah.
There's also boat racing. A lot of people there. I mean, you got speed
Motorcycle racing takes a lot of skill
Yep.
because you gotta know how to lean. You don't really turn your handlebars at all. You're just leaning, and the only time you really turn is if you're about to fall and you have to push yourself.
And it's not only that, but you also have rowing and canoe racing, as well as sailing. And if you're super rich, you can get into yacht racing. Yeah,
What
I
the
know.
fuck? Let's race our boats, guys.
Then there is speed skating. That stuff looks crazy. And yeah, so I don't know, just kind of there's all sorts of different types of racing. What are some of your favorite racing movies? I mean, Talladega Nights, obviously.
Yeah.
Um,
The Ballad of Ricky Bobby.
yeah,
Love it. If you don't chew Big Red, then fuck you.
I like Racing Stripes. That's the one with Zebra.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever saw Seabiscuit.
I saw Seabiscuit. It wasn't really that cool of a movie. It was like, it was horse races.
Oh, what was it? I'm trying to think of the other one that was really good. I mean, Little Rascals, you could claim was a racing movie. They built the soapbox derby car.
Yeah, kinda.
I don't know. Hold on. Let's look this up. Let's discuss some of these movies.
Racing movies?
Yep. Racing movies. Oh, well, okay. I did a rod. Cars. All the Cars movies.
Oh,
Fast
yeah.
and the Furious.
Ford versus Ferrari. I
I
haven't seen that one yet.
Iron Will. That was the Disney movie I was thinking about.
Of course, Fast and Furious. I mean, all of the Fast and Furious.
Do you remember Iron Will?
No, I don't remember that one.
So
Is that with the robot?
No. You're thinking of iRobot.
No.
I
I'm
don't
thinking
know.
of Iron Mike or something. I don't know.
So Iron Will is a movie about the dog sled racing. I mean Speed Racer.
Speed Racer.
Yep.
Yeah, where
There you go.
he's like a kid who's like wanting to.
Yeah.
What was he in Formula One?
I think so. Herbie, the Herbie movies.
Kind of car did Joe Dirt drive?
I don't know.
I want to look that up. I think it was a Super B.
28 best. Yeah. I mean, there's all sorts of good race movies. But yeah. Well, now you learned a little bit more about different types of racing.
Okay, so Joe Dirt's car, the little shitty one that he had, was a Dodge Daytona. I knew it. Dodge Charger Daytona.
Nice.
1969. That car hauls ass.
Mm-hmm. Well, you got anything else to add?
I want to get. Hey, if anybody's selling a Dodge Daytona, I'll buy it from you.
No, you won't.
1969. Hell yeah.
All right. Well,
I don't need it in mint condition either. I'll take it.
Thank everyone for tuning in. I think our next episode.
I like doing these research episodes.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. But I feel like I don't know. I like them. Give us some ideas.
Yeah.
What do you want to hear
Throw
about?
some ideas of what I mean. The easy episodes to do, and the ones that are I guess I'd say a lot more like fun and involved are like our bracket episodes and stuff like that.
But
these are and the games and stuff. By the way, speaking of that, I did add 2 more new punishments.
Oh shit.
I found a bug salt gun on sale.
Oh, what the fuck? You're gonna shoot me?
Don't shoot each other in the ass cheek if you get the question wrong. Or in the leg. Maybe not the ass cheek. I don't know how to censor shit on the videos. And then the other one is oh, how do you pronounce it? Hold on.
You can't pronounce it?
No.
Getting a chip.
Hold on. Choco.
What?
However you pronounce it. Hold on. Hold on a second. How do you say chanclas?
What?
Is that how you pronounce it?
I don't know.
Chanclas.
Conchalas? We never had the cotton candy.
Fine, eat the fucking cotton candy. Alright. Anyways, I got a pair of flip-flops.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So if you get a question wrong, you get it thrown at you.
You get smacked with a flip-flop?
Yeah.
Bro.
They had some yellow, and I couldn't get it. It just looked too much like fucking insulation.
You're like, I'm pretty sure fiberglass. It's stuck to your mic. You're gonna eat the mic.
I pushed the microphone into my mouth on accident with it.
You're like, ah.
Why is it raining outside?
I don't know, but it's dumping out there, man.
Mm-hmm.
You can put it on the mic.
Well, thank you everyone for tuning in, and hope you have a good night.
Have a wonderful night.
Bye.
Bye.